Hi, Jennifer Castle here from Ray White Fremantle, and it's time for the next quarterly update for the June quarter of 2019. Yes, halfway through the year, we finally have some figures through REWA and Landgate. So now on to one of my favourite places, which is South Fremantle. South Fremantle is a really quiet, more coastal little village. And it's come a long way in the last, say, 10 years. If you haven't been down there for a while, go and check out the cafe strip. I hear there's some new and exciting things happening there soon. But even right now, there is an abundance of different food styles and types, wineries, eateries, cafe shops, and it's turning into a really fun place to be, and it has a really cool vibe. Plus it has a beach. What more can you ask for? So South Fremantle is a place where people downsize to very happily, and they tend to live here for a very long time. So what's happening on the South Fremantle market? Well, in the last 12 months, there have been 45 sales of houses in South Fremantle, and in the last quarter, there was 9 sales. South Fremantle typically doesn't have as much turnover as some of the other suburbs. People do tend to live here and stay here for longer, plus the suburb itself is a smaller suburb. It doesn't actually have as many houses. It's about half the size of East Fremantle. The median house price of South Fremantle in the last 12 months was $1,045,000, and the highest price sale in the last 12 months was $1,680,000. South Fremantle has had a little increase over the last 12 months of 1%, which is nice. It's nice to know that there are areas of Perth that are still, pointing this way instead of this way. So a 1% increase over the last 12 months. And the average days on market, only 58 days. Again, it's not a suburb where houses do tend to sit on the market for a long time. On average, they move fairly quickly, as it is kind of sought after. A lot of people love living in South Fremantle. They love the South Fremantle culture. Now let's have a look at units. So, units in South Fremantle. Well, there's not as many units in South Fremantle, even though it does encompass townhouses, apartments, villas and so on. The supply of those isn't as big in South Fremantle as East Fremantle, and there were only 9 sales over the last 12 months to date, and in the last quarter there were only 3 sales of units. That gave us a median price of $540,000. and the highest price sale was $730,000. Over the last 12 months, the price of units went down by 16.6% in South Fremantle, which sounds really alarming. But given that there were only 9 sales, and there's a huge variety again of what would be considered a unit, from a $300,000 apartment to a $1.25 million townhouse, and there's only 3 sales in the last quarter and only 9 in the year, you can see that it's very easy to have a huge amount of fluctuation on the median price of units in this very small and select suburb. So that's the market wrap up for East Fremantle and South Fremantle for the June quarter of 2019. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight about what could be happening with you and your property and what's happening around you. Now, some really exciting news for all people who live in Fremantle. The Magic Squirrel is back. The Magic Squirrel is a really great show. I went and saw the first instalment, I think it was earlier this year, yeah, and it was brilliant. It was so much fun. It was a really unique, edgy show. Heaps of laughs, fantastic actors, and it was held at the Fremantle Prison, which is an awesome venue. The scenes and the sets were magnificent. It was one of the best nights I've had at a show. So I highly, highly recommend the second instalment, which is coming up in October. You can go online now and book tickets to themagicsquirrel.com.au, and I'm recommending it really because it is a really fun night. You will love it. If you love things that are a little bit quirky, a bit left of centre, a little bit eccentric, a little bit fringe, then the Magic Squirrel is for you. Hopefully I'll see you there. I've got my tickets all ready, and we'll catch up again next quarter.